Welcome to our presentation on protective orders in Texas. Knowing about protective orders is crucial when dealing with situations of domestic violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, or abuse. The information provided in this presentation does not and is not intended to constitute legal advice. Instead, all information, content, and materials available on this site are for general informational purposes only. Viewers should contact an attorney to obtain advice with respect to any particular legal matter. During our presentation, we will review 3 general types of protective orders, how long each lasts, and how you may obtain one. Before talking about the types of protective orders in Texas, let's talk about the difference between protective orders and restraining orders. There are important differences between the two. Protective orders in Texas are put in place to protect people, while restraining orders generally protect property. A protective order can be filed by a survivor, an attorney, CPS, or parents and guardians as its own case or as part of a family case. Restraining orders can only be filed by the parties involved in a case and can only be filed as a part of the civil case they're involved in. In Texas, there are protective orders for survivors of the following acts: family or dating violence, stalking, sexual assault, and human trafficking. Each category has rules about what must be proved to the court and how long they can last. However, the process to obtain any type of protective order is the same. Violations of protective orders are a crime and are prosecutable criminal offenses. If an abuser violates any condition of a protective order, it is critical to report that to law enforcement immediately. A quick statistic: in cases where victims got a PO and the suspect did not violate it, 79.5% of study participants believed it was because the suspect was afraid of going to jail. This shows how important POs can be. They are more than just a piece of paper. The general types of protective orders in Texas are emergency protective orders, or EPOs, temporary ex parte protective orders, or TEXPOs, and final protective orders, or POs. This slide provides information about the 3 different types of POs. You may find it useful to screen grab this slide so you can go back and use it later as a cheat sheet. Emergency protective orders, or EPOs, are the most common type of PO issued in Texas. These are issued by a judge or magistrate immediately following an incident of family violence, sexual assault, or stalking. They can last from 31 to 91 days, and there is a mandatory minimum of 61 days if a deadly weapon was used during the incident. EPOs are designed to provide immediate protection and can include provisions such as barring the abuser from entering the victim's home, workplace, or school and prohibiting any form of contact. Temporary ex parte protective orders, or TEXPOs, are short-term protective measures that help keep a survivor safe until a final hearing on the protective order can be held. To obtain a TEXPO, you must file an application and supporting statement that shows there is clear and present danger of further family violence, sexual assault, abuse, stalking, or trafficking. A TEXPO can include various restrictions, such as preventing the abuser from contacting or approaching the victim or other members of the household at their home, work, school, or daycare, and in some cases may also include a kick-out order, which removes the abuser from the residence and orders them not to return until a court order lifts that restriction. TEXPOs typically last up to 20 days, but may be extended for up to another 20 days at a time if necessary. Protective orders, or POs, provide longer-term protection for victims of family violence, sexual assault, human trafficking, or stalking. Depending on the type of protective order that is requested, these orders can last from 2 years to the lifetime of the protected survivor. POs can include a lot of different things, such as preventing the abuser from contacting the victim, ordering them to vacate a shared residence, establishing child custody and support arrangements, ordering drug testing, or participation in anger management or substance abuse programs. In family violence POs, there must be a family-household relationship between the victim and abuser. Most family violence POs will last for about 2 years, and there is a high burden to request a PO longer than that. In sexual assault, stalking, or trafficking POs, no relationship needs to be proven between the survivor and their abuser. Because of the severity of the potential danger and harm involved, these POs may last for the lifetime of the survivor. If your protective order is expired or about to expire, in order to extend it, you need to show that there was a violation of the PO or that there is a threat of harm that places the applicant in fear of imminent physical harm. Now that we know what they are, let's go over how to get a protective order. The process to get a protective order will depend on what kind of order you need. For EPOs, the process starts when law enforcement officers answer a call involving family violence, sexual assault, stalking, or human trafficking. The officer will write a statement and provide it to a judge or magistrate for review. If the judge agrees that the situation demands it, they will sign an emergency protective order. For TXPOs and long-term POs, a survivor may file an application and supporting statement on their own, but it is highly recommended that survivors seek assistance from local district or county attorney's offices, legal aid organizations, or nonprofits such as the Texas Advocacy Project, or private attorneys to avoid legal and processing errors that may leave them unprotected. Let's review some key takeaways. Restraining orders protect property. Protective orders protect people. POs are used to protect survivors of family and dating violence, stalking, sexual assault, and human trafficking. EPOs last between 31 to 91 days, TXPOs for 20 days at a time, and POs up to 2 years, but may be extended depending on the severity and circumstances of the case. Violating a protective order can result in criminal charges, which may result in arrest, prosecution, fines, and/or jail time. Protective orders are essential tools for ensuring safety and peace of mind for survivors. For more detailed information and assistance, consult with an attorney or visit texaslawhelp.org.